Hey, pre-notification gang. Yep, just got out of the shower. Thanks to Tier 1, Quinn. I saw Ezra Miller arrested again. The Secrets of Dumbledore. Hey, sleep well, dumb. Maybe the real secret of Dumbledore was the friends. Maybe. Or all the arrests. Ezra Miller's building up quite the resume. I told you, I'm glad you liked it, Waka. Thanks to some Hyperion and Guppinator. Peanut butter and honey slaps. Thanks to Prime Vibly. The Prime Dove. No plans future. Probably just go over shit in the world for a bit. And then just poll it. Let chat decide. There's the Prime Cliptic. And the resub. Yusuke. And the Tier 1 Chaotic Scales and resub Manuel and Dub. And Venom and Cat. And the bits generic. I was thinking about YouTube night tonight, but then just decided not to. I really don't feel like doing YouTube tonight. We'll do something else. Thanks to resub Brock and Dredgen. And the give sub T-Fish and resub Shifu and Monty. And check out the poop radar again. I checked it, what, 3 days ago? It hasn't changed much. So I'll maybe give it another week or so. I'm suing the government. Hey, Godspeed, man. Thanks to give sub Monster and resub Hamburger Man. And the bits Atomic and Tier 1 Lions Mane. And they give sub Kid 6. And the resub Wooden. No, I still haven't seen it, Shaquille. You hear about that? Did you hear about that dude that pretended to be a woman on Twitter and got 15 grand from guys? Then one of the guys that was catfished made a GoFundMe to get money back. Oh my god. Thanks to resub Sam. Hobbit Run's not dead, it's just I haven't felt like doing Hobbit speedruns recently. I did speedrun a game today though. I'll post the video earlier. I was streaming it this morning actually. Thanks to resub Hashbot, the bits Demon in tier 1 Drewski and the Prime Viking. And the resub Invincible. And the bits Bricks and resub Subi Life. The gift sub Alex. Yep, I'll moist meter the Halo TV show. It's gonna be very low. That show is absolutely awful. Shockingly bad. Thanks for your resub, Samuth. I started Better Call Saul last night. So I went to bed at 8 p.m. last night, but of course didn't sleep through the night, so I got up at 1 a.m., couldn't fall back asleep, watched 5 episodes of Better Call Saul. That show slaps. Did you see Dick Fight Island manga? No, first I've seen that, or first I've heard of that. They did very well, Shaquille. You can check the Moist Esports Twitter. But it was a very good showing. I know Ezra Miller got arrested again, this time for throwing a chair at a woman, I believe. Thanks to the Prime Poifs and the Bits Bricks. And tier 1 Darth Asris in the Prime Guido. There's sub Sizzle and Deluxe. And Stoner. They might take you down like they took Angry Joe down. Yeah, I saw that. But I don't think that's why it got taken down, right? Doesn't he use clips from the show? Thanks to resub Nut Slapped and Dead Eddie. In tier 1 Dove, barely though. Yeah, they always play that card. So I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I'm sure they blocked it because they didn't like the negative review. But if you don't play any clips from the show, it's probably safe. Thanks to gift sub Raven and the resub Scully, Daniel and the gift sub Chef. I forgot to put the webcam on. He used them in other episodes too, but only the negative ones got taken down. Yeah, I can't imagine he has a single positive review for this show. Every episode of Halo has been getting progressively worse. Thanks to resub Quan and the bits Clarissa and Trumpet. Yeah, it was good, Trumpet, and thanks to the bits. Thanks to resub Pagaro. And the resub Foe. And the Sonic 06 demo. Is it on Steam? I really don't want to download it from like itch.io or something. I don't care too much about Sonic 06. It's on itch.io, isn't it? Let me see. Is it Sonic P06? Is it this? Yeah, the only reason I want to play Sonic 06 is because it's so shitty. So if this fixes all the shittiness, I don't really want to play it. Thanks, Prime Spartacus and the resub Nyanada. And the Prime Taken. And the bits fish and bricks. I get that, bricks. But if it's not as shitty as the original Sonic 06, I really don't want to play it. Because then at that point it's just a Sonic game. Thanks for the gift sub Davison and the resub Scout. And resub Will 4. Huh. Thanks to tier 1 Kid 6. And thanks to Prime Joel. Play the worst one? Yeah, that's Sonic 06. And it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Yeah, I saw the Thor trailer. No strong opinions on it, man. Thanks to Prime Cammy. Thanks to the resub Wit and the Prime Soap. Yeah, what all was in the Elden Ring patch? Is the any percent speedrun dead? Do zips not work anymore? Thanks to resub Johnny and the Prime Savage. Not that I could ever really get them to work in the first place. Thanks to Bits Alter. Colossal weapons and big weapons hit faster and spells got a buff. Ah. How do you feel about graffiti? Some graffiti's really cool, and then some of it's absolutely horrible. Looks like shit. Depends on the artist, man. Much like everything. Yep, I love Shadow of the Colossus. Thanks to resub Reading Gamer and the gift sub Thick. They lowered incantation damage, so Swarm of Flies is not as good anymore. Never even used Swarm of Flies. Thanks to resub Nope. Did you see the drama in the small commentary community where John Swan lied again and tried to ruin a small YouTuber's career by making him look like a groomer? No. I can't say I saw that. I try and keep up with everything that happens in the commentary community, but for the last month and a half it's been nothing but videos about Jelly Bean and Jelly Bean clones. So I've kind of tuned out most of it. Sounds shitty though. Oh goddamn, thank you for the big tier 3 Volvi. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the generosity. Thanks to resub Fishy. Haven't played Star Citizen, but does not look worth $500 million. That game's never gonna come out. Thanks to the resub Ronan. The Prime Sith Lord. Star Citizen's not fully out. It's just been in open alpha for backers for 6 years. There's a Prime Wumbo and Ice Scream. Nope, still haven't started Spy Family. I'm gonna open packs for Ghost Rares in a few weeks. Yeah, I probably won't do it on stream though. I don't really open packs on stream anymore. Just do it on my own. Thanks for your sub, David. Surely you have started Moon Knight. You'd be wrong. Hey, Socks. I still haven't started. Thanks, resub, local alien. Makes sense then, Foozy. Thanks, the resub Ranscape. You still play Master Duel? Yep. Thanks to Tier 1 Kate Merriam. Not YouTube Night. You see the new James Corden carpool karaoke? Man, unfortunately, I must have missed that one. What are the plans for tonight? Probably just going to pull some options. Let chat decide. Thanks to resub Jebs. VTuber tag drama on Twitch. Yeah, can someone tell me what that's about? I just type this in. Does it come up? Someone give me the cliff notes, because I don't really understand it. Thanks to resub. Nanairo and Joe. Yeah, I saw it on Twitter earlier, Toxin. That one's not like super interesting. It's just one guy having a big meltdown over nothing. People just using tags. People aren't using the right tags. What are tags on Twitch? What are my tags? Do you set your own, or does Twitch set it for you? Thanks to Prime. Kill and Stalin. You can set it? I didn't even know that. Do tags do anything? Lucari and Soda used VTuber tags, and a VTuber on Twitter got super butthurt because they aren't VTubers, even though literally no one uses stream tags. Yeah, I didn't even know stream tags were like an actual thing that you personally set. I thought it was just like a generated thing from Twitch. Seems like a real nothing burger of an issue. Thanks, Resub Blade. Is Hive Mind coming back? If it is, it's not with me or Lud. Yeah, I know Ezra Miller got arrested again. I saw. Is the gift sub split? And the tier 1 cheek. Generally it is, but technically using a tag you're not actually using, i.e. food, but never eating food is against TOS, though unlikely anyone will get punished for it. Is it against TOS? Does Twitch even know tags exist? I haven't heard of those, like, ever, really. Thanks to Prime Tick. Oh, Tiki. Are tags categories? What are tags? The only time I ever see them is when someone has a stream that's not in English, it gets marked, but I thought that was automated. So like if you go onto any of the categories and scroll, you'll see like French, German, Spanish, whatever underneath it. And I just thought it was something that was auto. Those are the tags. Exit tier 1 Rob and the bits Armando. Your tags right now are Hype Train and English. One of my tags is hype train? No fucking way. What? No, you fucking... It just says English. Fucking liar. Thanks to give sub Dredgen and the resub zombie. It was hype train, it just got removed. Okay, okay. Thanks to bits, Dan. Not in a little while, Dan. I imagine he's been busy. Yeah, you probably will, Fuzui. Good luck, though. Fuzui? Is it Fuzui or Fuzi? Is a resub Grim? The resub AK Human. Fuzoi, gotcha. Exit tier 1 farmhouse and the resub Big OE and red. You see the thing about the guy who would draw his journey through Elden Ring. What does that mean? Like fan art? There's the resub Shrew. And we give sub Alejo. And Prime Prod. And the Prime Pyro. Yeah, I actually speedran Moistverse of Madness this morning. That's the game I was talking about. I got a real good time. The speedrun route's pretty fun. What are we doing tonight? Just gonna pull some options to the chat. Go from there. Thanks, resub Grabble. The resub Yeleb. And Wobie. Speedrunning without us? Yeah. Thanks to tier 1 Ninja Turtle. Yeah, I guess I'll just pull it up so people know I already know. I know Ezra Miller got arrested again. Ezra Miller just keeps getting arrested. Just cannot stop assaulting people in Hawaii. Exit Prime Ducky. They're going pretty wild over there. Hands rated E for everyone. As far as I know, Ezra Miller just keeps getting like super drunk and rowdy. So this one that they just got arrested for is apparently throwing a chair at a woman. God only knows why. The other one was breaking into a couple's apartment and stealing their passport. I don't know how Ezra Miller hasn't gotten kicked out of Hawaii. I can't believe they're still allowing this to continue. Thanks to resub farts. You think it's a cry for help, and what do you think Warner Bros is gonna do? A cry for help? Throwing a chair at a woman and breaking into an apartment to steal a passport? It's not a cry for help, it's a crime. Now, I do think they probably need, like, mental health assistance. This seems like a serious issue. And as for what Warner Bros is gonna do, they'll probably drop Ezra. But not until after the newest Flash movie. Because it's wrapped, from what I understand. Oh, they already did drop Ezra. Oh, okay, okay. Thanks for your sub Snare, Zeroni, and the Prime Sleepy, and the 5 gift subs Farts. Thank you, man. And your sub Caitlin, and the Bits Hooded. Any guess at who will replace for the Flash? I don't know. Thanks, Risa Bintiel. I'd be up for the role if Warner Bros. Offered it, even though I think it's a bit beneath me. But if not me, I don't know who else could play the Flash. Maybe Michael Cera. Just get crazy with it. Jared Leto. True. Thanks, Risa Bree, Contagious, Yaku, and the Prime Davey and Peachy. And the resub Scoopy and the gift sub Yoshi. Any opinion on the super mega embezzlement? Yeah, it's sad. I don't like it. Thanks for the gift sub Dibs. It's called a mental break, you fuck. Educate yourself. What? And that excuses the behavior? What? I just said that Ezra probably needs actual mental assistance. That doesn't all of a sudden make it not a crime to just assault people. It's a tier 1 error. Resub Rusty and tier 1 RJ. Ezra assaulted people over an entire month as a mental break. I definitely think that they need genuine assistance, but it doesn't excuse any of the shit that Ezra Miller's doing. An absolute menace to Hawaii. Thanks for the resub, Doctor. And the resub expression. No, none of the old videos got found. I knew that was an impossible task. Doesn't excuse his actions, but people need to learn and be understanding. Learn what? I don't think there's anyone out there that thinks that Ezra Miller is of sane body and mind after all of the shit that's come out. You need to stop just tossing around the term get educated. It's clear to anyone that they're suffering from an actual mental disorder. But that doesn't mean that they're allowed to just keep assaulting people. It's that simple. I don't know what you're going... Are you Ezra Miller's, like, PR guy or something? Thanks to Prime Butters and the resub Phil. Kim Kardashian suing Roblox. Is she actually suing Roblox? I thought that was just for the show, for the sake of drama. Is she actually suing Roblox? Wow. Thanks for resub, Matt. We'll probably do more Elden Ring speedruns at some point. Nah, she's threatening it. She won't do it, though. Unless they really need ratings for the show. Thanks for resub, Adrian. kind of her fault for having a sex tape in the first place. As I understand it, her sex tape is not in Roblox. I can't log into the Roblox Kim Kardashian sex tape server. What happened is someone posted a meme in Roblox with her crying and saying her new sex tape dropped. It's not like they re-uploaded it onto Roblox. And if they did, that's kind of fucking intense. Like a little like movie theater showing of it or something. Thanks to tier 1 cheese. And the resub Devi and Persephone. Such a dumb fucking take. Would you want your children to know what you did when you were like 10 years younger? What take did I even give? Wait, what take did I even give? I just said it's not like her sex tape is actually uploaded to Roblox. That's not a take. That's just a fact. Why is... Holy shit. Twitter has rotted brains. Oh, that wasn't directed to you. It was to someone in chat. Okay. Didn't you tag me in it? Maybe I saw two of them back to back. Thanks to the Prime Zaddy and the resub JT and tier 1 Raw Dog. The resub Raz. No wonder Elon Musk wants to buy Twitter. The best thing he could do is buy it and shut it down. I think a lot of people's mental health would improve drastically. Thanks for resub Tone. Three people got arrested over a Club Penguin remake. Oh, I actually heard about that. Disney sued them, didn't they? I heard the basic cliff notes, yeah. City of London. Oh my god. Bro, this website fucking sucks. That gets me every time. I'm not turning off ad block for you. I just accepted cookies. It's good enough. I hate websites that force that. So what did they get arrested for? Did they disobey a cease and desist? Statement said that a complaint was made under copyright law and that 3 people were arrested on April 12th on suspicion of distributing materials infringing copyright. 3 individuals have been released under investigation and agreed to sign over control of the website to the police. Okay. Damn, they got him. Thanks to Prime Bug and the resub Chili, Tone, and Tier 1 Tater Tot. And the Prime Mikyu. No, nothing in particular, Akira. Thanks to resub Morris and Jupiter. Yeah, I know they shut down the company that made Ice Age. I vaguely heard about the Quantum TV shit on Twitter. Apparently it's a YouTuber who got really salty over Elden Ring or something and started getting all upset and filing a bunch of shit against people on YouTube or something. I don't know. I didn't look too deep into it. Is it entertainingly embarrassing or is it just like one guy melting down about it? People are giving me an overwhelming yes. Okay, where can I find the whole story then? Because I've only seen a few Twitter posts. Thanks to the resub. Fishy, Honey, Jupiter, in the bit 6. Actman made a video on it? He must have just fucking made that, because I just saw him talking about it on Twitter like 3 hours ago. Oh, was he in the worst Elden Ring hot takes video? Is that where that came from? Oh, no, then you guys are behind. The latest news, fresh off the press, is the guy, I guess, that he talked about here, filed like a takedown on Actman and then threatened like legal recourse or something. I don't know the whole thing. Thanks to resub Zythal in the gift sub. Tone and Prime Spins, Hydras, and the Tier 2 Flawed Potato. Welcome aboard, man. And the resub Element. SafeMoon to the moon, everyone. Oh, rest in peace, SafeMoon. Who could have seen that coming, huh? I made 8K off SafeMoon last year. Well, you got out at a good time then. Yeah, shit just ate shit hard. I saw every SafeMoon YouTubers making a big hoopla about quitting. A whole song and dance. I think I can find if I just do quitting. Maybe not. I saw a picture on Twitter where all of the SafeMoon shills, oh yeah, like here. Selling all my SafeMoon and all that. A bunch of the SafeMoon shills are just like, yeah, it's over. I'm done. Thanks for resub Scuffed. And Nick. What is SafeMoon? It was a shitcoin. It was popping off during the whole Doge thing. Thanks for resub. Dev Apathy. I bought a little SafeMoon during the hype. And then it immediately started tanking. So I've still got a little bit of SafeMoon. Any day now, I'm sure it'll come back up. Thought it was some kind of NFT. Nope. This was a shit coin. Thanks to the resub, Michael. And the resub, Barracuda. How much did you buy? I don't remember. I don't recall. Wasn't a ton or anything, though. Thanks, resub Hansen. Nope, never NFTs. NFTs were always dog shit to me. So I never put a single dollar into a fucking NFT. But I did put money into every shitcoin that ever existed for like 3 weeks, maybe. Anything that Reddit started to like talk about. After the Wall Street bets thing, I got desperate. On that FOMO was hitting hard. And they all hit 0. Except for... what the fuck was it called? It was one of the dog coins. It was like Shabasha Shiba or something. I don't remember. That one actually went up and I sold it instantly. It wasn't just Shiba Inu. It was something like a spin-off of that, and I can't remember what it was. It was something Shiba. Or Inu, maybe. Yeah, I heard CBS copyrighted Angry Joe's newest Halo review again. I heard he's getting fucked. What do you think about AMC? What, as a stock or a company? Because I know that was another big one for Wall Street bets. Because as a company, I like them. I still go to movie theaters, so I do like AMC. As a stock, no strong feelings. I definitely bought it the wrong time for AMC. I remember I cashed out AMC when it doubled the first time, so I definitely don't have skin in that anymore. Let's see what it's at, though. See if I made the right choice. I did. So I don't remember when Wall Street Bets started talking about it, but I held until it doubled and I sold. And now it's back to right around where it started when I got in. There's a bits, dogs. How's your Sia coin doing? I don't have access to it anymore, man. I couldn't tell you. What's the plan tonight? I'm just gonna pull some shit for chat to vote on here in a little while. We'll just keep going over some current events for a little bit. What do you think about the Grammys? Didn't even realize they happened. I think the Grammys have less viewers and less interest than the Oscars. Grammys are so fucking boring. I haven't watched it in years. Thanks the resub Ace. And give sub Noble. Grammys have more viewers than the Oscars. Do they really? That shit seems super dead. No one ever talks about it. And no one gets slapped, so who really cares? Master Duel, maybe? I can put it on the poll. You hear about Kendrick? According to Chad, he's got a new album coming out, but other than that, that's all I've heard. Thanks to resub is Sind. Apparently, Certain Infinity is working on the Battle Royale for Halo Infinite, and they've been working with Halo since Halo 2. Cool. Hopefully it doesn't suck. Any content's good content from Halo Infinite at this point, though. They just need anything. Anything at all. Thanks, Resub Jelly. Why did you start YouTube? I started YouTube when I was 11. And I started it to do Gears of War montages. Actually, that's not true. The first things I started doing on YouTube were re-uploading things. But that was before the Penguin Zero channel. Thanks, Resub Jake and the Prime Dong. He's a tier 1 team player. You ever find any of your old videos? Nope, I knew that was going to be impossible. I knew there was no way anyone could, like, somehow rebuild the archives. The only hope I had of that working is someone would find a way to, like, rebuild data from dead links, but even that was fruitless. Thanks to the Prime. Fugi. And the resub Dano. Just contact John Tidor. What a reference. He came from the future, man. Why would he have my old videos? It's worthless. Thanks, Resub Brain. And Tito. Why not speak to a software programmer to see if it's possible? Because YouTube themselves can't rebuild that. How could a software programmer? We still looking for the old deleted videos? That'll forever be something that I'd love, but I know it's something that's impossible. Thanks to resub Horatio. Jim Browning could find them and the CCTV of you making them. True. Maybe someone has them on VHS somewhere. Yeah, the only other hope is that there was some person back in 2009, 2010 that just archived all of my videos on like a flash drive or something. And they still have all of it, but I know they don't. There's the Prime Silas and Balloon and the Bits Dan. Yeah, that was Oregon Trail, Dan. It was the zombie version. Thanks for your sub Krakeneer. No, there really is nothing you can do about it. There's just no way. You'd have to literally find someone that saved all the videos back in 2009. Right before I deleted all of them. Thanks to Prime Hansel. What about your old computers? Or people you did videos with? My old computers don't have it. Or, Jesus. I don't have my old computers. This is 13 years ago. Ish. Like 13-ish years ago. Exit Prime Primo, and the resub Kevin Red Dragon. And then the people I did videos with just maybe have some of the videos we did together, which are still probably on YouTube. I've seen a few of those. Thanks for your sub, Kirkle. You talked about the JD case. Someone asked that yesterday, and I thought it was going to be a D's Nuts thing, but now I realize you're talking about Johnny Depp, right? Because I saw a clip of Amber Heard in court today. She was looking like a villain. She had her hair done up like a fucking Sith Lord or something. Thanks to the resub, Tropical. I haven't kept up with it in a while, but as I understand it, it looks like Johnny Depp's actually winning the case now. Oh yeah, and she apparently took a shit on his bed. Which was like a weird thing to throw in there, but I kept hearing about that. Did you talk about the Ninja rebrand? I totally forgot. That dropped when I was at the warehouse with the boys earlier today. we were giggling about that for a minute. His rebrand makes no fucking sense. His original logo actually looks great. But his rebrand is so silly and just does not look good. Hold on. I just want to skip to the actual logo. So, this is his new logo. It's bold I and bold J, which doesn't mean anything. Like, this, instead of this, which I think is super clean, and then it has like the cool cartoon ninja over it, it's now this with his hair. So it looks more like a Sonic logo than anything. Like, this is absolutely made by the same corporate minds behind something like the Staples rebrand. It makes no sense. I don't know why he would do that. His old logo slapped. Yeah, Caleb compared it to the Zodiac Killer thing. It actually does look like that, like just taking bits and pieces from magazines to spell a word. Like, why are the I and J a different font and fucking bolded for no reason? And also the A is lowercase, whereas everything else is capital. Thanks the resub, Kotoy, Kevlox, Bomb, Sharknet, Navlog, and Tropical. Yeah. It's pretty not awesome. His old logo was cool. Like, I don't know why you would change this. That's everything it needed to be. And especially to change it into what it became is shocking. Thanks the resub, Nova. It's not even minimalist, it's just illiterate. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Thanks to the resub, Gravity. Maybe I'll change it back, though. Who knows? But you're talking about it, so any publicity is good publicity. Yeah, I never really buy that with streamers, though, because shitty publicity for a streamer doesn't lead to increased viewership. It just leads to people coming in there to shit on you and then leave. Doesn't really do anything to help you. In other things, I could see it being, like, more applicable, but when it comes to something where the entire, like, profession is based on a personality, having people hate you isn't really good for that. Thanks to Tier 1 Pico. And the resub Drunk and the Prime Sugar. It looks like he took the Twitch Prime symbol and started pulling on it. Yeah, I saw a lot of people compare it to the Twitch Prime logo. They are similar. They do look very similar. No, I still haven't watched Everything Everywhere All at Once yet. It is a movie I will see, though. You're gonna see the upcoming Nick Cage movie. Is that the what's it called? The Most Talented Man on Earth, or the Marvelous Misadventures of a Megamind or something? What the fuck is it? I know the movie you're talking about. I'll probably see it. I like Nicolas Cage. The Curse of Talent? Is that what it's called? Oh, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Yeah, so that's $2, Dan. Yeah, he literally plays himself. It's a movie about him. Yeah, of course he plays himself. Thanks, the resub chimp. Thanks to the resub. Wow, bro's acting like he got cursed by a genie. Yeah, the title is awfully provocative. Some Willy Wonka type shit. Yeah, a little bit. Thanks to the resub Seabreeze. He's a tier 1 Beepo. To be fair, he's been killing the game lately with all his movies. Has his new movies been performing well? Because he had a long stretch of just doing straight to streaming movies. Like very niche art house movies. I also usually like this campy weird shit, but I did not like Mandy. That movie had so much hype and I watched it and fucking hated it. Willy's Wonderland any good? I mean, it's Five Nights at Freddy's with Nicolas Cage. It was fine. You get exactly what you expect. Worst streaming platform. Bro, there's only 3 left. What do you mean? You mean out of Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube? I think there's one that is pretty clearly the worst. Thanks to the gift sub Pico and the resub JD. People keep sleeping on Hitbox. God, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Hitbox. Holy shit. Thanks, resub Coconut. Oh, is DLive still up? Does DLive still exist? I don't even know why I'm asking. I can just look it up myself. Oh, they're transitioning to the blockchain. Getting desperate, eh? Cool. Wasn't it always like that? Was it? I remember DLive having all kinds of goofy currencies or something. Like when PewDiePie announced he'd be streaming exclusively on DLive, I went on there to like watch a stream once, and it was like, give him 5 lemons. Support him with 2 Humpeldumps. Give him more lemons. Don't you love your streamer? Give him a lemon. That's like TikTok now. Oh my god, TikTok is also super fucking weird with their streams. You have to like run your dragon tokens through like 9 different exchanges in order to get like $1 out of it. It's so weird. Thanks for the bits, Tori. No, I still haven't watched it all yet, Tori. Thanks for tier 1 bucks. I don't know about that, Dan. Oh, that sounds awful, by the way, coconut. TikTok Live's the weirdest fucking place on the internet. Yeah, it's pretty fucking goofy. Thanks for resub Boba and the bits travesty. Thanks for resub Palumu. Have you ever seen Aragon? Is that old dragon movie based on the book series? That's exactly what it... Oh my god, this cover is horrifying. Holy shit. Why is this so sexual? No, I actually own this movie on DVD, but I never watched it, I don't think. Here's the resub Witch. The resub Manny. Yeah, everyone said the movie was bad. Is it fun bad though? Well, I guess most people probably haven't watched or probably haven't seen this movie in 15 years, so let's just take a peek at the trailer. Wow, I can't even see this. Pretty cool. I can't remember that guy's name, but he's a big actor. Oh, I had it muted. I just noticed. Sorry. John Malkovich. Yeah, that's who it is.
When they learn that the legend is real, they will challenge me.
The king won't rest until your dragon is killed.
Gather my army.
Yeah, it seems like shit. Doesn't even seem fun bad. Seems like it would be really boring. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Witch. I saw someone peeling a raw egg on TikTok Live. What is it? What the fuck does that mean? Peeling a raw egg? I don't know. I don't really understand what that means. Ludwig did the egg peel too. What is it? What the fuck does that mean? Like they hard boiled it and peeled it off? Like that's how you're supposed to do it. Like what? I'm so confused. What the fuck is happening? You can peel a raw egg. There's a small membrane under the shell. Oh, so they just took the shell off, but without hard boiling it. I used to do that when I was a kid sometimes. Okay, when you say raw egg, that really confuses me. That's not usually a term I'd toss around. You could just say peeling the shell off an egg. Not cooked, though. Just because it's not cooked doesn't mean it's raw. It's just an uncooked egg. Thanks a resub, Willis. That's like saying your bread is raw because you didn't toast it. Thanks a resub, Braden. And the gift sub, LJ. You're coping? I've never heard anyone refer to an egg that isn't cooked as being a raw egg. It's just an egg. And then you cook it, and now it is a cooked egg. Raw is usually a term used for, like, meats. I don't think I ever hear raw being tossed around for anything that's not meat. Egg is meat. I guess. Thanks for resub, Captain Kid and Moisty Boy. And the gift sub, Modin. It's just fucking called ballot. Thanks to Prime Derek. Have I ever looked at TikTok live scams? Nope. I don't really watch TikTok lives. Shit doesn't make any sense to me. TikTok lives are just awful. And the resub pizza and crazy. Well, yeah, of course it is, Smurf. It's fucking TikTok live. Thanks for resub, Mikey. I saw a guy shit his pants on TikTok live. Good man. Did you gift him a couple dragons for it? Just type in raw eggs, bud. Are you serious? It's not that deep. You can call it raw eggs all you want. I've just never heard anyone around me ever use that term. Literally ever. It's not that big of a deal. Why is everyone making it such a huge deal? Jesus Christ. The desperation to be like you're wrong because you haven't heard it. It's really not that deep. People losing their fucking mind over it. Make a Twitter post and dunk on me for not hearing it before. I mean, Christ, whatever gets it out of your system. Good God. I believe you. I'm sure people call it that. I haven't heard that. You guys did it though. I am very impressed with everyone's high IQ. Thanks to resub, Beats a Boy and Russell. And the resub, Sleepy. And the tier 1, Carousel. We're disappointed in your low IQ. You're right, I surround myself with dumb fucking idiots that don't say raw egg all the time, I guess. Thanks, a gift sub, Alec. When's the next YouTube night? I don't know, man. I don't usually plan those out. Just whenever. Thanks to Prime Plague. And the resub Blank. Dragon Wars battle scene? Nah, I'll pass. I don't really want to watch shitty movie highlights from '07. Thanks to Prime Disco. And the resub Drew. And the Prime Blair. When's the next tournament? This weekend. I won't be watching the whole thing though. I think the only one going to it is Light. So I won't be doing the whole thing. I'll definitely check in on like Sunday though, on the finals. But I won't be doing the entire thing. No, Cole is not going. He didn't want to go back to back. How about low tide? Yeah, pretty much all of them are going to low tide. The one this weekend is Pound. Thanks for your sub Spicy. Isn't that an old clip of Jaden Smith saying he's thankfully grew up around adults instead of kids? That's not like a new thing. Right? I'm pretty sure that's an old clip. What was it called? I think it was... something like this. Oh, I guess this wasn't old. I thought this was just an old clip. Yeah, shit's pretty embarrassing. Where's the clip? That's it? No, it's just a picture. Oh, here it is.
I'm very happy that I spent my childhood with more adults than I did with kids my
Right.
age.
Just play the clip.
Than I were from, because I was picking up more things from adults than I were from kids my own age.
Oh my god. Please stop interrupting it. Jesus Christ, page 6.
Kind of just my phone selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my god,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now? Can we talk about what's going on with the environment? Can we talk about other things?
How mature. That's all you can talk about. It's the only conversation worth having. The political and economic state of the world. Why even waste breath on anything that's not that important? He really is just so fucking mature. This is the guy that said the sky's actually green, I believe. So he has picked up a lot of very important life lessons from growing up around those adults. Thanks to resub Flan and Stink. You gotta tilt the earth to see the green. Didn't he also say something about... What was it? He said something about trees not being real or something? Well, that didn't bring up the tweet at all. Jaden Smith shirtless after planting trees. Cool. He said all trees are actually blue. Ah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. Exhibits Tory. Yeah, he tries very hard to be deep and profound, and I think he does a good job. He's a pretty well-spoken guy. Thanks for sub swoogity. He might just be colorblind. No. He's enlightened. Thanks for sub Smitty. Yeah, you know, here, let me take a piss real quick and then we can come back and talk about the political and economic issues in the world right now. Just give me a second, though. I'll be right back. Here, I'll mute it. Thanks for resub Person in the Prime Blitz. Resub Porcupine. Hey, Nakat. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. Fuck yeah. Thanks, resub CJ. He actually said, how can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? Yeah, that was like when he was 16 or something. Not the enlightened man he is today. He's a prime Neff. He's a prime Sauce. He went to prom dressed as Batman. Did he really? That's pretty cool. Watch the name Feared by Many. I feel like we already saw that. That sounds so familiar. Thanks for your sub, Toph. I think it was Kanye's wedding. He went dressed as Batman, not prom. Yes, it doesn't matter. Semantics. It's still cool. Can we have you revisit the Halo series? I want to hear you shit on it some more. We talked about it at length today on the podcast. I really don't want to shit on it again. There's only so much to talk about with it. It's just really bad. I'm sure I'll rant more after episode 5 because it just keeps getting worse. He's a tier 1 Gil. Show chat the plasma pistol prop. Sure. Into this. They didn't actually paint it for the scene, so it's still just the foam prop. It's a resub Supernova and Fish. This is also the only fight scene in the entire show so far. We're 4 episodes deep, and they've only fought the Covenant once in the very beginning of the first episode. The rest has just been Chief. He's not Chief, it's just John. The rest has just been John walking around moping, having memories. So fucking boring. Thanks the resub Dell. And the resub Atef. I don't know why they keep showing so much ass cheek. That's the best part of the show. Just looking at a bunch of ass. I can't wait for episode 5. Do you think it can ever recover? The game flopped, now the show. The game didn't flop, it just died. I think it actually had a pretty big release, but they never added content, and they still haven't added content, so no one plays it anymore. And as far as I know, the show hasn't flopped. Like, it had a big premiere, but I think most people have dropped it by now. The tier 1 sneaky squid in the resub prototype. How many episodes is Halo supposed to have? 9. So we're already getting pretty close to the end here. We're about to reach over halfway. And nothing has happened. Actually, nothing. It's just people are the actual bad guys, not the Covenant. They're just an afterthought. How do they fuck up something that was so easy? It was handed them on a silver plate. Games, books. How do they mess up a TV series? Because they thought they could do it better without knowing anything about the source material. I think the Prime Sable. So they just made the most like generic plot they could, and then no action. It thinks it's so much deeper than it is. It's so fucking stupid. Quick text message, hold on. Okay. The show compared to other shows is great. The generic, compelling story, characters with depth. Was that a joke, or were you reading like a review from a page shill? Oh wait, you actually like the show. You can't say it's not chief, it's in the show. The show compared to other shows is great quality. Bro, the show compared to even to other shows is not good quality. This plasma pistol not being painted is just one of many glaring problems the first episode had, with the only fight scene, mind you, in the entire show. In fact, also one of the few times the Covenant has even been in the show. They also had the assault rifle, which they didn't even bother to even try to use a prop, which they already had. They badly CGI'd. Let me pull that clip up real quick in case you haven't seen it or you overlooked it. There's that. When it goes into first person, extend that assault rifle's shitty CGI to every single, like, shot in the first person. They didn't play the games, so they tried first person without playing the game, so it doesn't even look how it should, and it looks terrible because the CGI falls apart from that perspective. And then after this, he doesn't become Chief again. He's just John. He inexplicably decides to be daddy to a random girl that he saves from this planet because all of a sudden he's got a couple of memories back from his past. So he's immediately emotional, and then they spend the next 4 episodes of him getting even more emotional, and it's supposed to make you care, but it doesn't, because you've only ever seen him emotional. You've never seen him not be an emotional fucking wreck. So it's not earned. It's not powerful. He starts as like an edgy, moody teenager, and he stays that way for all 4 episodes. It's bad. It's stupid. It's really fucking dumb. And also, it's really lazy. The girl that he saves has been in the same bloody clothes for the last 2 in-world weeks, or however long they've been traveling. They went to Soren's planet, and he was in like this lush asteroid full of like decadence, food, and everything. And she showered, she cleaned herself off, but then still put on bloody clothes because they only have one actual piece of wardrobe for her character, one costume, and it's covered in blood. It makes no sense. The show is lazy. Nothing they do has any weight or anything. The only thing they're doing is Master Chief is getting memories back slowly, and he wanders around in a fucking stupor. It's so stupid. And then one of the other Spartans just likes John, so then emulates John, and now she's going through her rebellious phase, where she takes out her emotional pellet and then dyes her hair red. It is genuinely fan fiction written by a child. It is nothing like Halo, which wouldn't bother me if it was just entertaining, but it's not, even compared to other shows. It's just not. There is nothing about it that is entertaining. And they show so much ass for no reason. That's the only good thing I can say about it. You get to see Master Cheeks. He's got his whole fucking butthole hanging out while he's taking out his emotional pellet. Then they show more cheeks when Kai takes out her pellet. Then they have like a whole 2-minute scene of the villain's ass cheeks as he's monologuing with a cigar. Because the villains aren't the Covenant. The Covenant don't play like any role in this at all. It's just about, oh, people are evil. The UNSC is making these inexplicably comically evil decisions which don't really make much sense in world, but they're doing it anyway. But we get to see more ass. There is nothing to like about it compared to other shows, not even just compared to Halo. You're fine to like it. But if you say like it's quality compared to other shows, I have to wonder what you're watching like Nick Jr. or something. I can't imagine what you're comparing it to say that. Almost every episode has been spent with John, not in armor, not in helmet, nothing, just John, thinking, having memories of a generic past that we've seen 1,000,000 times in every other show ever. And it's him retracing his steps and remembering when he was a child. And for some reason, as a child, he's able to pinpoint the most powerful artifact that they happen to need and be able to take them to it. There's 2 decent characters, Cortana and Halsey. Halsey and Cortana are the only 2 characters in this show that do anything remotely productive and also decently written. I don't mind Cortana and I don't mind Halsey. Those are the only 2 that I appreciate here. And also, the entire storyline for Kwa Han, the girl, I think her name's Kwa Han, I'm already blanking on it, is worthless. Her storyline is literally she's a natural disaster of fucking famine and death. Everywhere she goes, people just die because she's so selfish and stupid. She's a 15-year-old kid that wants to lead a rebellion, so she forces Soren to take her to her planet to try and gather her father's generals to overthrow a fucking dictator with no plan whatsoever, so she goes and meets her aunt who immediately dies because of it, because she's so reckless and stupid. Everything that happens in this show is dumb. It's dumb. Well, it's The Mandalorian if they took out everything that made The Mandalorian good. It's like if they just read the Spark Notes. I really can't express enough how dumb the show is. And to put in perspective how lazy it is, the main scientist girl, Miranda, is interviewing the Spartans, and now Kai's going through a rebellious phase because she removed her emotional suppression pellet because she saw Chief do it. And as they're just like talking, the girl Kai picks up the needler and says, Quacomb, or whatever, which is the Covenant talk for needler. And then this triggers something in Miranda like, oh, that makes sense. They've been fighting the Covenant for years. They've probably heard them say these words before. Maybe it would be worthwhile to translate their language. So for some reason, over the last however many years they've been fighting, never once did someone think to translate their language using the Spartans that have been in the thick of it for that long? Like, they have everything recorded in their helmets. They've established their helmets record everything, and at no point they bothered to check that to see what the Covenant were saying. It blows my mind. So then they start connecting dots like, oh, so what does this word mean? What is this word? And then they eventually start putting the pieces of the puzzle together and they reach Halo. What's that? When they could have done this for fucking years if they just bothered to look at their helmets. I could go on and on and on about how stupid this fucking show is. You said you weren't going to talk about Halo. And then one guy said that he likes it when it's compared to other shows, and that I was wrong, and that it's not bad. And I said, you're wrong, your taste sucks, and you make me sick. Sorry, I had to fucking talk about it. Show's trash. It's fucking trash. I hate it. There's so much to not like about this show, even if you hate Halo. Thanks for the resub. Jisei, Creamy, and the gift sub Pico, and the Prime Bin, and Scourge, and the resub Jewel. And the Prime Dragon. Let's talk about the Batman. Yeah, that slapped. I like the Batman. That was a good movie. Yeah. I'm on the cooldown now. I think I got it all out of my system. Again, even though I just talked about it fucking 10 hours ago on the podcast. Thanks to the resub Ison, Kip, and the gift sub Karmic. Have you been watching Moon Knight? Nah, I haven't started it yet. Thanks, resub Aztec. You ever gonna do that Moonfall watch party? Yeah, at some point we'll plan it out. I think that'd be fun. Thanks, resub Oni. You have a lot of built-up anger? No, man, the show just sucks. I could rant about it for quite a while. That was like 15 minutes maybe of a rant. I could go for probably an hour. There is still so much that makes this show trash. Especially for a $10 million an episode budget. Inexcusably awful. Thanks to the Prime Sucker. And the resub Oni. Is there a reason you haven't started Moon Knight? No reason, honestly. It's just I've already started a lot. So, like, I started Better Call Saul. I just don't like to have a lot of pans in the oven. Is that the expression? A lot of buns in the what the fuck is it? Pans on the fire, whatever. I don't like to start a lot of things at the same time. I like to finish them first. Worst TV show you've ever finished? I usually drop bad TV shows. I don't often finish them. Halo will probably be the worst one I finish, assuming it keeps getting worse, which I imagine it will. It's really backed itself into a corner. There's nowhere to go but down. Aside from that, I'm not sure, because I usually drop them. Oh, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a good example, but I didn't expect that to get bad. If I knew how awful Game of Thrones Season 8 was before starting it, I wouldn't have finished it. But yeah, Game of Thrones is worse. The ending is unforgivable. You finished Platinum End. This is worse than Platinum End. But yeah, I also did finish Platinum End. Thanks for your sub D-Saw and Flashy. Hey, J-Mac. Is it worse than Cowboy Bebop? Kind of tough. I I'd say it's worse. Cowboy Bebop at the very least had fun moments. I have had no fun with this. Episode 1 gave me a little bit of hope that it was going to be, mindlessly enjoyable because it starts with action. It starts with them fighting. And it even has, a lot of gore in the first, minute or so out of nowhere. So it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. Okay, might as well at least have fun with it. And then it's just... I'm talking about Netflix Cowboy Bebop, mind you. Netflix Cowboy Bebop, before people lose their fucking mind. But then after episode 1, they just never fight again here, so it's been 4 episodes of fucking nothing. What about Netflix Death Note? I think people need to just understand sometimes things are made just to be mindlessly enjoyable, and Netflix Death Note was one of them. Had nothing to do with Death Note, but you're lying to yourself if you said you weren't smiling when people were just fucking exploding into gore meat balloons all over the place. Falling off of Ferris wheels or whatever. It's just fun. It's not good, but it's fun. There is nothing good about Halo, and there's nothing fun. There's a huge difference. There's a massive distinction. This is the prime anxiety. They made a Rurouni Kenshin movie on Netflix. I heard about it. I haven't seen it, though. How much more ass would it take to save the show? That's a good question. I don't know. I have to really think about it. Thanks to the resub 2. Netflix lost 200,000 subscribers? I doubt that. What did they do? Switch to Paramount to watch Halo? Where did they go? I find that number pretty hard to believe. Netflix, for all of its shortcomings, at the very least funds some interesting shit. It has a lot of garbage, but then it'll sometimes have something really good mixed in there. It's true, Google it. Okay, actually, we'll Google it. Netflix stock plunges after subscriber losses. Holy shit. Netflix has 221 million subscribers. It lost 200,000 in the first quarter of 2022. Wow. Yeah, relatively speaking, that's fucking nothing. But this right here, the stock plunging 25%, that's a lot. Jesus. Oh, fallen more than 40% year to date. I do wonder, what does Netflix need to do to grow? If I was on the Netflix board, what would my suggestion be? I actually don't really know, because they fund so much shit already. I think the number one thing I'd do is I'd remove the binge model. I think the binge model of watching shows is really not conducive to growth. It doesn't give people a reason to subscribe. And I personally enjoy week-by-week releases. I actually really like that because then we have moments like this where we get to talk about Halo episode by episode and how shitty each episode was. But then if you have a good show, you get to talk about each episode by episode. That's fun. I like that. It creates a conversation. Whereas the binge model is just everyone watches it all at once or at their own pace or they're left behind. Then no one really gets to talk about it. I think that'd be the number one thing I'd do. I'd get rid of the binge model, and I'd probably have to lower prices a bit and stop funding so many shows. Because they fund a lot of awful shit that no one will watch. Like, there's a show Matt brought up. He says it's the worst show he's ever watched. It's called The Bruise Brothers on Netflix. He said it was truly miserable. And this is a show that I'm sure nobody in here has ever heard of, but Netflix paid for it. So, like, if this was brought to me, I'd say, we are not funding the fucking Bruise Brothers. Thanks to the Prime Thanatos and the resub Kaji Nerd and gift sub Pico. Can't wait for Stranger Things Season 4 and people completely stop talking about it by day 2. I don't know why they don't learn their lesson. Stranger Things Season 3 was talked about for a day, maybe. It's this fucking binge model. They don't understand that it is more hype and gets more people interested when it is a fucking week-by-week release. I understand a lot of people like to just sit down and watch like 18 uninterrupted hours of a show, but it's more fun, I think, to talk about it like as the episodes come out. Same with Invincible. It was nice having weekly... Oh, Invincible slapped. Weekly episodes of Invincible is fantastic. And that's another thing. With weekly episodes, you can convince people to watch it. Right? If it's a full fucking whole season that comes out, it's a harder sell, if you ask me. Because if it's like 1 or 2 episodes and like, bro, this show slaps. Like, you should check it out. I'm more inclined to like watch 2 episodes and be like, okay, this is for me. I'll watch the next one. Whereas if it's like a whole goddamn season that comes out, all 24 episodes at once, it's like, I don't really want to. Arcane proved that Netflix going non-binge works, but they still haven't done it with any other show. Another great point. I forgot Arcane wasn't binge for Netflix. Yes, Arcane should have been like the new gold standard for them. JoJo's Part 6 got ruined. Yeah, that's true. That was the worst possible release schedule ever. Hey, we'll release 12 episodes and then maybe release the second part like in a year or whatever. That was terrible. Thanks to Resub Hydra. Thanks to the Resub 420. YouTube night tonight? Nah, not tonight. Thanks to Prime Plumpy. You think Arcane is a good show? I loved Arcane. I thought it was fantastic. For every Bruise brother, we get a BoJack Horseman and Arcane. Yeah, exactly. They just need to up the quality of shit they fund instead of just funding pretty much everything. Like the Prime Kindo. What was the best show that came from Netflix? That's a good question. Arcane is up there for me. Thanks for your sub cute, honey. Who just said Breaking Bad? Bro, Breaking Bad didn't come from Netflix. That was AMC. I can't think of any other, like, really amazing Netflix shows that I just fucking fell in love with. Castlevania would also be up there. Exit Prime Sandwich and the resub Devon. Yeah, for me, they'd probably be those two. Witcher was fine. Squid Game was fine. But they're not up there for, like, best shows. Not to me. I haven't seen Ozark. My parents love Ozark, though. They said I'd really like it. I just haven't started it. Thanks to the Bits Mac. And the resub Apple Core. I didn't watch Fuller House. I don't really watch sitcoms. Thanks to resub Biffy. Kingdom on Netflix. I don't know, Kingdom. Thoughts on the Cuphead show? I never watched it. I forgot to. Was The King Netflix? Half of the shit you guys are saying I've never heard of. Except for the one guy who said cuties. You need to be in jail. Thanks to the resub Average. You watch Dexter New Blood? Nah, I dropped Dexter after like season 3, I think. Right after the Trinity Killer, I dropped it. And I haven't looked back. I don't really have any interest in picking it up again. There's resub Power. Some dude lost 400 million. What are you talking about? Who? There's a resub Royal Beefcake. Riverdale was so boring. I liked the first season because it was so outlandish, but then things get really weird. Not in like a fun way, just like in a confusing way. Tiana still watches it, and that show is so hard for me to comprehend now. Have you seen the Daredevil Netflix show? Nope, I heard it's good though. I haven't watched it though. I've heard of Mindhunter, but also haven't watched it. Thanks to the bits though, but... Why'd you stop watching Dexter? I just got so tired of it. Every season just kept playing out exactly the same as the previous season. I think talking about the guy who has 400 million worth of Bitcoin on a USB drive, but he doesn't remember the password. That's fucking rough. Thanks to resub Shambi. Oh wait, you see, who's the guy that lost their threw away their hard drive with a ton of Bitcoin on it, and for the last couple of years he's been recruiting the city or the town to like dig in the trash for it? Who's that guy? I don't even want asking. I'll just look it up. I think this should probably bring it up. Yeah, here it is. This was the story. Oh, is this the same guy? Man has been searching for a $357 million Bitcoin hard drive for almost 10 years. Yeah, and he was like lobbying to let the town let him dig through the landfill and to get their help. Man, he's gonna be searching his whole life for that. He drags his son along too, doesn't he? I don't know. I don't remember super well. But that would honestly eat me alive for the rest of my life. So I totally understand where this guy's coming from. I would not be able to sleep. I really wouldn't. Thanks to the gift of Pico. I have such bad FOMO. I couldn't imagine actually having something like that and not being able to use it. FOMO is fear of missing out. So I'm always worried that I'm going to miss out on shit. So if I had something like this and I was missing out on $357 million, I wouldn't be able to continue living like that. I'd have to be spending... I'd live at the dump. I would make a house of trash. But if it's gone, there's nothing to miss out on. That's a horrible outlook. This would haunt you for the rest of your life. It should haunt you for the rest of your fucking life. It's a bit's mech. The man hired a whole team to excavate the dump. And that's where I think he fucked up. Maybe someone on the team actually found the hard drive and never told him. So that would be another thing that would stress me out. I'd start questioning everyone, even my own son. It would have to be something I do alone. Thanks to the Prime Toodles. After 10 years, I doubt the exact hard drive would be there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It probably decayed. It definitely decomposed. Thanks for some barnacle. Would have been buried under all kinds of other trash. Did you watch Loki? Yeah, Loki was good. Don't they also compact the trash too? I don't know. Does every landfill compact the trash? How many times do you think he searched every inch of his house? Yeah. I'd have to imagine he still does that every night just in case. Hey, glad you like it, Frogs. I told you it slaps. Thanks to the gift sub Pico. He's gonna find... I hope he finds it. I really do. This is the worst existence. Same with that guy that spent, what was it? 1,000 Bitcoin buying 2 pizzas back in 2013, and that ended up being worth like 70 mil at one point. Like, that guy, I don't know how you continue. I don't know how you just put that behind you. I wouldn't be able to move on. I just couldn't. Thanks for you some Hunter and Chopsticks. Every time I'd think of something that involved money, it's the first thing that would pop into my fucking head. You're obsessive. It's $70 million that he spent on 2 pieces of pizza. I would genuinely pay Grindelwald to just pull that memory from my fucking mind using a spell. I wouldn't be able to live with that. It would always keep me awake every night. I'd be so unhealthy. Oh, it was 10,000 bitcoins. Okay, not 1,000. Yeah, even worse. Jesus Christ. They actually interviewed that guy, and I don't know if he was putting on an act or whatever, but he's like, yeah, actually, I don't mind it at all. He was like, yeah, actually, it's totally fine. I'm still glad I made that video. Thanks to give sub Pico and the resub iconic. And the resub Splungus. Didn't he say it wasn't 1 pizza, it was 2 pizzas? Yeah, but I knew it was 2 pizzas the whole time. I don't know how it got mixed up into thinking it was just 1 pizza. In the actual video, he buys like 2 pizzas. He's a prime spicy. Oh, yeah. That was another cool one. That one wouldn't haunt me as much, though, because I wasn't going to get 5th or 8th place in the StarCraft tournament. But there was a StarCraft tournament where 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place got 25 Bitcoin. And that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a big prize. That's a fucking fat one. But that one doesn't, like, that wouldn't disturb me, because I was not going to place there in StarCraft, so. Thanks, Resub Moen. I know, Mac. Isn't that crazy? I imagine it's like throwing out a winning lottery ticket. Like, that's a life-changing amount of money for for everyone, not most people. Everyone. Everyone's life, no matter how wealthy they already are, is changed instantly with 350 million or 70 million or whatever the lottery's at. That already completely changes their life. Let's give some Pico. Wouldn't change Musk's life. That's such an extreme example, but yeah. There was a guy who forgot his password to 225 million Bitcoin. That's what someone else brought up a minute ago. If I remember correctly, this guy had like one last chance to guess his password before it perma-locked him out, right? Did he ever guess it? Stephen Thomas, yeah. He was paid 7,002 Bitcoins and now he can't find his password. Oh. No updates in 2022 so far, though. Thomas kept his password in 3 different places. The first 2 are completely lost. His last hope is an iron key, an encrypted flash drive, and nobody can break into an iron key. Should have just wrote it down on a piece of paper. Oh, yeah, here it is. You're only allowed 10 attempts to guess the password of an iron key. And after that, it's all automatically erased. So he's down to his last guess, if I remember correctly. Oh, 8 attempts. I guess not 9. God damn, that's so fucking crazy. This one's even worse because he has it physically in his hand and can't access it. Oh my god. The very definition of leading Min to a treasure he cannot possibly possess. Thanks to the resub accessory. Thanks to gift sub Pico. I hate people who can't remember their passwords. Like, how is that possible? I don't remember my password to a lot of, like, garbage. I'll just make up something on the spot and never remember it. So pretty much every time I have, like, the urge to play League of Legends, I have to reset my password. Thanks to the resub. Shadabrand and June. Not exactly similar, but do you remember the $1 Million homepage? It was basically our place, but it was an ad space using Ether, and the guy sold his website for $1 million in 2006. Nah, I never even heard of that. Ethereum didn't exist in 2006. Oh, then I don't know what that is then. I've never heard of that story. I was just reading the chat. Thanks to resub Hova and Bits Alec. Ass crack booth time in Minecraft Leg Village. Man, what kind of fucking sin is that? Thanks to resub Jerome. Oh, sweet. Well, thank you for that. You play more John Christian? Nope. What are you watching in the background? Nothing. It's Tiana watching anime. I don't know which one she's watching right now, though. Oh, actually, I do. She's watching Bungo Stray Dogs, which is actually a good one from what I hear, so that's nice. Even the founder of Bitcoin has over 60 billion in unclaimed Bitcoin. You're talking about the Satoshi wallet, right? That shit's like the Nibiru of Bitcoin, because if he was to ever sell all of that, it would immediately tank the entire Bitcoin value. It all hangs in the balance. Thoughts on making a workout video? What do you mean, like aerobics? Or just like a workout stream? Thoughts on doing a Sonic marathon? Bro, I don't even like the Sonic series. I think the majority of Sonic games are awful. I know it's not a hot take, but man, there is just so few Sonic games for how many exist. Thanks, Resub Valkyrie. So few good Sonic games for how many exist is what I meant to say. The ass crack booth and oats are bots cults need your help. I don't even know what you're talking about. Thanks, Resub Butt and Zilla Cummies. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Pico. Appreciate it, man. And the resub Pocket. And the Prime Zori. There was a guy who had a surprise birthday party at work. Oh, it wasn't 450 million. We just looked up that story yesterday. It was 450K. Yeah. The guy who had a panic attack because his work surprised him with a birthday party and he sued him. There was more to it than that. Like, they also fired him, claiming that he looked violent and like a threat because he didn't like the party. So I was on his side by the end of it. Thank you for the 10 gift subs, Jared. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the generosity. Thanks for the big drop. That was wholesome. Thank you, Thrift. And thanks to the resub, Erica. Yeah, he told him not to throw the party. No, like I said, I was on his side. There was a lot more to it than just him getting scared at a surprise party. Do you have any thoughts on Halo ice cream? Low sugar, high protein ice cream. That is a name that is so nostalgic to me. I loved Halo ice cream. This isn't like a sponsored segment or anything. I haven't had it in 6 years now. But I used to make late night, it was Halo Top. I used to make late night runs to Walmart just to get more Halo Top. Back when I just graduated. It slapped. I used to love it. And then I just stopped eating it once I moved out of my apartment. Thanks to Prime Larson. Really no reason for it. I just stopped. I actually don't know if it's really good for you or whatever, but the whole thing with Halo Top was it's very high protein, very low calories. Like the whole tub is one serving, and it was only like 250 calories. I think the carbs were low too, right? Yeah, relatively speaking, they are pretty low. Like it was like all the macros seemed pretty good, but the main thing that I liked was the taste. Halo Top just really did slap. Thanks to the resub J Show. That was wholesome. Well, thank you for that, Kopi. And the Prime Smart. What was your favorite flavor? Oh, that was Basic Bitch. I like their chocolate the best. But they also had birthday cake, which was great. They had, what was the one Tiana used to really like? Some strawberry one. I don't remember what they called it. I'm pretty sure they had their own version of, like, Rocky Road, too. But I usually just stuck with chocolate. Thanks to the resub Kalani and Bex. The Prime Smart Hack. I need to get some fucking Halo Top, actually. Do you work for them or something? Because that was very sly marketing. I haven't heard of this company in so long. I actually just assumed they probably went under at some point. Hopefully they're doing well. He's a Prime Savior. And the Prime Cuff. They're in stores everywhere near me. Oh, nice. That's good. I went to high school with the guy who created it. You should ask if you can get in on that action. Seems like they're doing pretty well. There's a resub Duke. And the tier 1. Command blow me. Nice. And the resub toxic. What's your favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor? We did a whole ice cream tier list. Thanks for resub golfing tea. I don't remember which one was my favorite from Ben and Jerry's, to be honest. There's quite a few good ones. Alright, let me fill up my water real quick. And then I'll throw up a poll for what we do now. I'll be right back. I'm back. Thanks to tier 1 Troy and the resub Frosty. I heard Charlie's giant footsteps. Yeah, I really fee-fi fo-fum around. If you had to eat a condom, what flavor would you pick? I made a whole flavored condom tier list. I think the mint one was the best one, if I remember correctly. Thanks to resub rugs and poop. What are we doing on the poll? I'm thinking master. Well, yeah, we'll do master duels, smash viewer lobby. I just had one more. No, I'm not starting Sleeping Dogs tonight. Thanks to tier 1 Dude Man in the resub Neo. My favorite fast food restaurant? Culver's, probably. Well, on the site it'll say win, Kevin. You should have got an email with that. I uninstalled WWE. Those games never start. The servers are so fucking bad. Yeah, Smash is all downloaded this time. I don't think Smash will ever win a poll twice, but I'll still throw it up. I do still feel bad that the one time it won was the time that I had already uninstalled it from my Switch. Yeah, I can put Rocket League on there. Not starting Bayo 2 tonight. Yeah, we did watch a lot of Smash over the weekend, so maybe that. Thanks to resub Zachrix. Halo speedrun. How is the Halo Infinite speedrun? It was pretty impressive last I checked, but it's been a little while now. Let's see. Looks like it's down to 25 minutes. I was going to ask if they patched out the glitches, but they haven't done anything to this game since release, so I already know it's all still here. Thanks to the resub Elena in the Prime retired. They're patching out the cannon glitch. Which one's the cannon glitch? Thanks to resub JFS. So most of the time is spent in level 1. Oh, the invisible scorpion cannon. Oh. Well, that's not like the most important glitch in the run, is it? Because it's all mainly sequence breaks. Yeah, we're gonna play through Sleeping Dogs. Yeah, so this looks pretty much exactly the same so far.
Keep hearing the source. The lockdown. They're not letting this facility go without a fight. All the more reason to take that around.
Thanks to give some Shark Boy.
Let's get the lockdown lifted.
And the resub, David. Oh, what just happened there? Alright, so that's new. What does that do? Is that like a wrong warp? Hey, thanks for 5 gift subs, Warm Butter. Thanks to the Prime. Ality. I didn't watch the Twitch Rivals event, I just caught the drama at the end of it. Thanks to the 5 gift subs. Slasher and the gift subs Subliminal. Yeah, I don't think I'll speedrun that one. Seems cool though. Still seems pretty cool. Thanks to Prime Smoothie Biscuit. And resub Raspberries. No, we're not gonna do a bad game night tonight. What's the most shameful fast food purchase you've ever made in your life? What does that mean? How is there shameful fast food purchases? I'd say the most dangerous food purchase I ever made was I drunkenly ordered shrimp from a Chester's in a gas station near my university back in college. I could have absolutely died from that. They just had fried shrimp that just sits in this fucking open container that I don't even think has a heating lamp on it, and I ordered it and ate it. Was it good? I don't remember, but I ate it all. Thanks to the bits warm butter. That's cute. Maybe warm. I guess it depends on the format and once you get everything figured out. No, we're not going to do any bad game night tonight. Not tonight. Rather just play something that we're all familiar with. Finding an enjoyably shitty game has been tough recently. They're all just so fucking boring. Yeah, Master Duel, Rocket League, they'll both be on poll. So then 3 more. No Hobbit speedruns tonight. Finally finished Metro. I totally forgot I didn't finish it last time. I thought I beat it that night, you're right. But no. That'll just stay half finished. Thanks for your sub, Evan. How about some Apex? Man, I haven't touched that in so fucking long. I've been watching a lot of Timmy's stream highlights though. That is so inspiring. His gameplay is just unreal. I think Timmy is probably the best FPS gamer alive right now. Thanks to Prime Bread. And the bits warm. Hey, well, wishing you the best with it warm. No, I've beaten Metro before. I just haven't played Metro Last Light or the newest one. Thanks for some cheesy. And the Prime Ride. Alright, yeah, fuck it. I'll put Apex on there. So that's 3. Master Duel, Rocket League, Apex. I don't really want to put Fortnite on there. I don't feel like playing Fortnite tonight. Thanks, resub Tappy. Whew. Thanks, the resub Bluefire. I did not like Tiny Tina's, but I didn't play that much of it, and I'm just not a Borderlands fan in general. So I never really stood a chance of enjoying it. No, definitely not doing Roblox. MTG Arena. I haven't played that in a while. That's not a bad idea. I don't know if I feel like doing it tonight. Thanks to Prime. Captain Titan. Yeah, we just had so much Smash over the weekend. I don't know if a Smash Open lobby is the play. I'll put it on the poll. I'll leave it up to chat, but I would be surprised if that won. So that's 4. No, there's nothing left to do in Granny 3, and I don't think I'd like Vampire Survivors. I wish Gundam was here. I actually really feel like playing Gundam Evolution right now. Hopefully that comes out soon. Is there a sub BO? That's so sweet. Thanks, BO. And there's Risa Bad Gamer and the Bit Cybernetic. Is the Overwatch 2 beta next week? That's so exciting. Oh my god, I can't wait for more Overwatch. But 5v5 this time. Splitgate or Siege? Ooh. Those are both pretty decent options. Which one? Siege is a pretty big game to reinstall, so I don't know about that. Yeah, I'll put it on there anyway. That's 5. I'll let that ride, fuck it. Thanks, resub Biff. Okay. Pulls up. Thanks, resub JDR. Another resub Sippy. Yeah, I'm surprised there's so much Siege love. When I used to stream that, people would whine all the time about not liking Siege. It is a very slow game if you don't play Siege. Thanks to Tier 1 Al Nino. They're going to come out when you start playing. That's how it always happens. That's how it always fucking happens. Not anymore, there's deathmatch now. Siege has deathmatch? That's the first I've heard of that. There's a resub Indol. Siege as a whole is in a really bad place right now. Is that so? $750 bots voting for Siege. I don't know, man. Siege is getting a lot of love on the poll, which is surprising. I thought Apex was going to sweep. Risk of Rain 2 would have won. I just don't really feel like playing Risk of Rain 2 tonight. Like the Resub Eyes of Isaiah. Better start downloading Siege. It's not over yet. There's still a chance for Apex. Next to the bits, Alec. Probably Moby Huge. Thanks to the Prime Pat. Huh. I should check out Splunky. I know Splunky. I haven't played it, but I do know it. It's the Resub Corin. Oh, last second rally from Team Apex here. 31% to 39. God damn. There's a battle now. Thanks to the Prime Oni. Siege, such a good game, but the toxic community made me quit. Yeah, I remember voice chat got a little too wild sometimes. But yeah, the game is fun. I just think if you don't actively play Siege, you probably don't find it fun to watch. Which is why I haven't streamed it in so long. There's a resub Chickler. That's a problem with a lot of games. Siege in particular, though, since Siege is mainly map knowledge, holding angles, and droning. Whereas in other games, like, just gunplay and fundamentals can carry. Thanks the resub like butter. Alright, start the download. How big is the game? I know it's kind of big, but shouldn't take too long. Let's see. Oh, it's 57 gigs? That's so much more than I remembered. Holy shit. These are some morphs. And the resub ice. It's only 30. Alright, well, let's see how fast it installs. It's 52 gigs. You were wrong. Apex is almost at 98. Oh my god. Play Elden Ring instead. Nope. This won the poll. Thanks to the resub Cynical and Conboru. Plus, I still need to set up for Elden Ring speedruns. It's cruising though. It'll be fine. When's the last time you played this? Probably about a year ago. Yeah, Siege is pretty old. It came out in like 2015, I think. So it's been around for a while. Did you do Elden Ring PvP? Eh. Is it Prime Lee? You mentioned you have giant FOMO. What is the thing you have the biggest regret missing out on? Oh, I mean that's easy. Bitcoin. I heard about it first on Reddit when it was like sub $100 and I was like, this is stupid shit of all time. This will never pan out, so I just didn't bother learning about it and putting money into it. That's easy. I still remember the day that post went up on Reddit. It was the fucking front page too. And I wasn't the only one thinking that. Everyone's like, this is so stupid, it'll never make it. There's the resub Bubba and the tier 1 Ginger and the resub Harrington. He's the prime Adriano. He's the tier 1 Bullet and the prime Base. Couldn't even invest in Bitcoin. I was like 12. When Bitcoin started to pop, like making at least some headlines, I would have been 18, I think. Yeah, I would have been about 18. I'm sure I could have just asked my dad and he would have just believed me. My dad used to think that the internet was some kind of mystical, magical place. So if I told him the internet said it's a good idea, he would have been like, all right, we'll put something in there. These are some Chris and Dank. There's a tier 1 Dodzy. And the resub Loser. Bitcoin is the new if I could go back in time, I would invest in Apple. Yeah. Would you see bigger returns on Apple or Bitcoin? Let's say you went back in time and took 100 grand with you. Where would you see the biggest return, Apple or Bitcoin? It'd have to be Bitcoin, right? Yeah, Bitcoin and then sell at absolute peak. Well, I don't think anyone would wait for absolute peak. But Bitcoin and then sell it even like the first time it hit 20 grand. What? I nearly bought 1,000 Bitcoin to buy exotic animals off the dark web in 2012. I bought a car instead. What an interesting story on how you almost had Bitcoin. For exotic animals, huh? Here's the prime. Blow me. I haven't seen that one, Kopi. I actually haven't even heard of that one. Thanks, a resub Pop-Tart. Almost bought a Bored Ape at 27 Ether, bought a Mutant Ape at 5.4, and was the best financial decision I've ever made despite your worst opinions. Bro, I don't care if you buy NFTs, man. If you're making money off NFTs, good for you. Is the people that preach about it like it's something that it's not. It's not high art. It's not the future. It's just easy money right now. So it doesn't bother me, man. Good for you. Fuck yeah. Congrats. Thanks the resub insane. And the resub Big Bone. And the 5 gift subs Bulldog. Thank you, man. Do people actually truly make money from NFTs? I'm sure some people do. I have no doubt. Thanks for your sub, King Q. Thanks for your sub, Jacob. Charlie, do you have your birth footage? If so, can you please show it on stream? No, I don't think my parents filmed my birth or anything. That would be cool to have, though. But being a baby's so fucking cringe. I would have been like crying and shit. It's so embarrassing. I'm going ghost hunting with my great uncle this next week. Or I'm going ghost hunting with my great uncle next week. What an interesting family trip. Hey, have fun. Bring pepper spray just in case that uncle's got some different ideas going on. Thanks the Prime Miracle. And the resub Jacob. Yeah, we just looked at the Netflix thing. Fucking 25% nosedive on their stocks. Kind of crazy. Alright, let's ride. Man, I haven't touched this in a minute. Let's see how my aim is. Why'd that happen with Netflix? They lost a ton of subscribers. I don't know. Which is weird because relatively speaking, 200,000 out of 221 million subscribers doesn't seem like a massive number. But what do I know? Thanks the resub Romans. Jesus, how many fucking things does this have to... Oh my god! I've every time I install Siege again, I remember how much I hate Ubisoft. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god, even more. It's because they're cracking down on password sharing policy things, so people don't like it. How are they cracking down on password sharing? Is it tier 1 Team Alpha Smoke? Have I tried mixing G Fuel with Liquid Death? No, I haven't. But I have had Liquid Death. I'm sure it'd probably mix fine. Man, why is Ubisoft so fucking incompetent? This is the only game ever where I start it and it immediately goes to the wrong monitor. Without fail. I don't even know how that's possible. Every fucking time. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Yeah, I know the stream's lagging because it went to the wrong fucking monitor. So now I have to change everything around. Hold on, I'm fixing it. Give me a second. Where's VSync? That fix it yet? Yeah. Hey! We're in it. Okay, I've got bad news. I've got to take a shit. This just really got my bowels stirred up. It just made me mad. Bro, I fucking hate Ubisoft. Just give me give me 1 second, sorry. I'll try and speedrun it. Thanks to Tier 1 Ryan, the resub Hot Dot, Ruben, Sleepy Fun, and Stinky. Hey, actually, let me hold it for a second. While I'm thinking about it, I need to fix these fucking settings. Hold on. Otherwise, it's gonna lag in game. Oh, but I'm really fucking clinching. Just hold on. No, I can't hold it. Never mind.